Hey fight fans, Mike and Frankel for CageMinds.com. Fight week, Return of the Warrior, and we have the Warrior, Tony Valdez, in the main event joining us. Thank you for the time, sir. Fight week's upon us. How you doing?
I'm doing good, excited, getting ready to get it on, you know.
Now, we have it as Jaime Gutierrez is your opponent. As far as you know, is that still the case?
Yes, Jaime Gutierrez.
So how nice is it this time from last time? Wasn't last time before the press conference we had speculation, Jaime was announced, and then you ended up with Felipe as an opponent. So how nice is it now that one opponent the whole time?
Well, it's always good because, I mean, you get ready for one thing, but it really doesn't matter. I guess, you know, when you're in training, you're preparing for whatever, you know, preparing to go to war. And I never overlook anybody. I never underestimate anybody. So I treat them all the same. So honestly, if they change it on me, I'm ready. I'm prepared for this fight. So all we can do is learn to adjust in the ring. You know, it's like if I've never seen Jaime fight, and but you know, all we can do is adjust in the ring. So it's all the same to me.
Last time, your fight, kind of a controversial stoppage. You were still standing. Did you think the fight needed to be stopped?
No, not at all, bro. I mean, they could have. I mean, I should have, like I said, I got a little hard-headed. I could have danced around, but I figured, you know, it's the last round. Let's give the fans a show. I knew Felipe was tired, so I figured I'd let him blow his load, and then I was going to open up back on him. Yeah, he caught me with some shots, but so did Hollywood, you know. The fight with Hollywood was more of a war than the last minute of the fight of that. My last fight, the whole fight with Hollywood was just like that. It was a war, you know. Especially for the WBC, I wish they would have just let it go on till one of us fell.
Really?
Don't go no more.
And you can look at some of the highlight videos I've seen out there. It seems almost instantaneous that the ref stops it and you look at him like, what are you doing? It didn't appear that you were even on the way going down. So, was there a lesson to be learned? Were you able to take some away from that, or what?
Yeah, like you say, honestly, once he stopped it, I was like, what the heck are you doing? If you see the fight, we would throw, and then I'd hug him and lean on him to tire his legs out, and then I'd let go, hug him and throw him, lean on him, and then he threw, and right when I was going to go hug him and lean on him for the second time, they stopped the fight, and I was like, what the heck are you doing, bro? Like, this was part of my strategy, you know. I got hit, but at the same time, I wasn't hurt. You know, look at Zab Judah when he fought, and when he got hit, you know, one of his fights, who was it against? Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia wobbled him a bunch to where he looked punch drunk standing up. He was wobbly, spaghetti leg, and they didn't stop the fight. They let him go on. You know, he recovered. He kept going, hit him. He gets spaghetti leg, and then they go on. I wasn't hurt at all, but I guess, you know, that was just one of the things in boxing that happened that shouldn't happen, and it happened to me.
So is there something to take away from that? Are you going to, I don't know, change up a strategy, not use that as much, or you think it was an isolated incident, just a bad judgment call by the ref?
Well, I totally think it was a bad judgment call by the ref, but at the same time, I guess I can't put the ref in that position to where he has to make that call again, you know. So I learned from it. At the same time, I just think, you know, the ref should let it go on, especially for the WBC in my hometown. Come on, it didn't make sense to me.
Right.
I'm just really upset with the decision of Rocky Burke.
And traditionally, you know, amateurs, they'll stop a fight early. Professionals, they're going to let you fight. A title fight especially, they're going to let you guys go until someone really gets knocked down.
Yeah, that's what I thought. For a title fight, that's what I'm saying. It kind of really just really upset me. I don't understand it at all. And that's what I talked to Pat about. And Pat said, you know, that I shouldn't have I need to learn to not put the ref in that type of position, you know. So, you know, I thought I totally outboxed him. I think think they thought I was going to go in there and bang it out the way I did with Hollywood. And I totally just boxed him, outboxed him. I was ahead on the scorecard the whole fight. And I could see if I was getting beat the whole fight, I was getting beat up the whole fight. And then they finally say, okay, well, you know, you had enough, so that's enough. You took a beating. But no, I was totally winning the whole fight. And then to the last minute, it's a war, and they stop it.
That's a hard one to swallow. How long did it take for you to, did you have to take some time to digest this? Did you get right back in the gym being motivated from it? What was that like?
Well, you know, it wasn't that that didn't bother me at all, because, I mean, you win some, you lose some. I mean, just the bad decision kind of was like, what the heck it was shitty. Everybody, but what's great is because everybody from my hometown, they told me I won that fight, and they acknowledged me as the winner. And they tell me, don't worry, you won that fight, you know. It brings our spirits up. But my mom had gotten real sick for a while after the fight, so I was in the hospital with her for about 2 months, 2.5 months, so things weren't going good with her. Thank God, you know, things went alright, and God healed her up, and God gave her back to us, and she's doing good now. So once my mom got out of the hospital, she started doing a lot better. Then I got back in the gym, and it's just a lot more stress off my back.
Oh, that's great to hear that the family's doing well. That's always something that when, you know, the home's right, you're able to go into the gym and do your job the best possible way.
Right. So I'm just excited to get back in there with Jaime. You know, they're always calling me out. You know, they called me out since the second time I fought Hollywood for the weigh-ins. Ray Zamora was telling me, oh, we're going to fight Jaime. We're going to, like, dude, I look at one fight at a time. So, for some reason, they've been just eager to get into the ring with me. So, that's cool, you know. Finally, I guess we're going to finally get it on and see, God willing, everything goes well. You know, may the best man win, and, you know, going to go put on a good show.
We've seen you with the 2 classic fights with Hollywood. Everyone knows the last fight now, what happened. Does it feel nice to have that notoriety that someone wants to point at you, call you out, and say, yeah, no, I want to make my name off of you because you're that good or that well known?
You know, it's kind of funny because that's what I was talking to Pat about, and I said, you know, this guy wants to make a name because him and Hollywood fought. You know, anything can happen in boxing. I don't underestimate anybody, but I'm telling you, anything can happen. It just takes that punch, you know. And hey, I'm just willing to go, and I'm going to go give it 100%, and I know he's going to go give it 100% to, you know, take me out. So let's get it on.
You got the main event spotlight again. Does the last performance weigh in the way it was stopped? Does that, like, put an extra emphasis on you wanting to make a statement this time?
Well, you know, it does, because I want to show that I am a true champion. And when we train hard, and we train to win, you know. So, it just kind of, I wanted to try and make my mark again, because I got so far off of the WBC, which that's a dream for everybody, you know.
Right, get there recognized.
So, if to get back up there, I gotta start. So what I gotta do now, I gotta fight Jaime, and you know, I gotta get that out of the way, and then I gotta just make my way towards that belt again. Is my goal.
You have a goal. What's the goal for 2014? How many times are you hoping to be able to step in the ring?
God willing, as many as I can, you know. Like I say, I just want to look forward to this fight, see what happens with this fight, and hopefully after this fight I can get a rematch with Felipe, if he's willing to give me a rematch for that belt, because that belt was mine.
You're telling that obviously is a high agenda. You were also telling me, though, you've been taking some time outside of the ring and been doing some basketball coaching for your son. So, how nice is it to have that bonding time with him and to have some to distract you from the fight?
You know, I use that as meditation time. when I go with my son because, you know, they go with me and I sacrifice a lot because I go to work. I work 8 hours a day for the Rio Riva County Road Department. I work 8 hours and then I go train. So I practice with my son on Sundays and we have games on Saturdays. So after I practice with my son on Saturdays, I go train in Santa Fe in the late night. And then on Sunday we have our games. After the games, I go train. So I just try to give back to my kids as much as they sacrifice for me. So, because time spent with our kids there's a time limit, you know. So I don't want to go spend all the time on me and not give to him, and to my daughter. So I try and weigh everything out. And I'm always busy doing something, but I guess if you're not doing something, you can get trouble time. That's what I call it.
You got that, and then it's also got to be nice. It's fight week right now, and you're able to be home. The fight's up there in Santa Fe. Are you getting used to this? Is there more pressure for you because, again, it is going to be in your hometown area up there?
No, I actually enjoy it because I like to give back to my community and be an example to the younger kids. You know, I go to, not only do I train, I go talk to the kids at the schools, at the elementaries and stuff. To the kids about bullying. I talk to them about drugs and alcohol. I go as guest speakers all the time. They ask me to go, so I go and do stuff like that. So fighting locally it's always an honor because the local kids and parents will take their kids to the fights just to show them, you know, and I always encourage them to be the best at whatever they want to be and to give it 100% in whatever it is they decide to do and be the best at it. Never second to none. Don't ever take the shortcut out because it never pays off. So it's always a privilege to fight close because some people won't travel that far to go to a fight. But not only is it here, but they can take their kids and it's an all-age event. And that's mostly when we first talked about it. And that's what I told Pat was that I wanted an all-age event was for the kids to go, you know, to be an example and a leader to the kids in our community because nowadays it's just so corrupt and people just have nothing good to say about Espanol. But I'm here to show that there is some good things, you know, it's our kids that we need to look upon.
Doing well with being the family man, the boxing, working, being a leader in the community. It's a lot on your plate. We thank you for taking some of that time to share with us and help promote the fight this weekend. I'm sure you got people you need to thank. Go for that right now, sir.
I want to give a special thanks to Johnny DeVargas. You know, he's always been here for me since I first started. You know, he's always there. He always has the confidence in me. I want to thank Black Label Studio. They're always out there. He's always Thomas Thompson. He's always helping me with anything I need with my printing and stuff on my shorts. I want to give a special thanks to my mom because, you know, without her I wouldn't be here today and I wouldn't be doing all this stuff and be the person I am. And I want to give a special thanks to my trainer Pat Holmes because he's always has the confidence in me. You know, I took a long layoff. He's always kept the confidence and he believes in me and he pushes me to be what I can be, you know. And that's it. But other than that, I want to thank Espinal Valley too for supporting me.
Thank you for the time, everyone listening. January 25th, sorry for the slip. This Saturday, we'll see you at the Buffalo Thunder Casino, Return of the Warrior. The Sweet Science will be on full display for the New Mexico fight fans. We'll see you there.